Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss about malafide cases where demand of GST can be raised for 5 years instead of normal 3 years, and also the penalties in such cases could be higher than the bona fide cases. Now we need to understand which are those cases which can be termed as malafide cases. First one is fraud, second one is willful misstatement, and third one is suppression of facts. So first of all, the term fraud, we all can understand that some fraud has taken place and there is evasion of taxes. Even misstatement of facts also is easy term to understand, that something has been stated wrongly, some false statement has been given. Now the third statement, which is suppression of fact, this is very, I would say, ambiguous and a vague kind of term. It's like very difficult to say whether somebody has suppressed facts or not. Take an example. If some taxpayer has taken a stand that his activities are not liable because of some exemption notification or maybe for some interpretation, and therefore he is not paying taxes, he has not even obtained the GST registration number, and then GST department identifies that he is liable to pay taxes, and since he has not informed his stance to the department in writing, therefore he has suppressed the facts. Take another example, that in certain cases the department comes for the audit, and during the course of audit the assessee offers all the books, statements and information, and based on this information the officer identifies that okay, on so and so activities you have paid lesser taxes, okay, or you have taken ITC wrongly, and therefore there is a suppression of facts. Since you have not informed us, and since if you don't have conducted the audit, this couldn't have been discovered. Now in such cases it's very difficult for the assessee to prove the other way around, that there was no intention to evade taxes or there was no suppression of facts, and therefore this term suppression of facts needs to be understood clearly. This same term was even there in the center, it is still there, and it was in the past, it was there in the central excise law, it was there in the service tax laws also, and therefore there were like cases, and the cases reached till the level of Supreme Court, and the courts have held in such kind of cases. Very old cases, in case of Camphor Drugs or Padmini Products or Tamil Nadu Housing Board, the Supreme Court has time and again stated that these terms, fraud, willful misstatement or suppression of facts, etc., they are not very small words, they are like very serious allegations on the taxpayer, and therefore department has to take every care to prove beyond doubt that there is a malafide intention. So all this should be followed by evasion of taxes, and only where the department has been able to prove this, allegations can be leveled against the assessee. Friends, like in the case of Simplex Infrastructure, the Kolkata High Court said that during the course of audit, if something has been discovered by the department, that cannot be said to be suppression of facts. And even in case of Lakshmi Engineering, it was mentioned that if something is not even asked by the department, either in the returns or any other statement, then department cannot say that somebody has alleged, because merely he has not informed to the department. Unless it was he was supposed to inform, he was like mandatorily being asked either in the form of written or statement somewhere that he has to inform this, then only the charge of suppression of facts can be levied. So friends, and then later on there are like various cases, this same principles have been upheld. So one can very well say now section 74A, new section which has come up, the explanation there too, it clearly states this kind of principles, that unless something is asked for either by the department in the form of written or statement, or merely like some information has been asked for, and if that has not been furnished, then yes, there could be possibility of like saying that there is a suppression of facts, otherwise it cannot be said. So friends, wherever there are like some higher period demands invoking 5 years, or like higher penalties invoking section 74 or now the section 74A, if such charge of suppression of facts has been leveled, then one can define using all these settled principles and can avoid the unwarranted demand. That's all friends. Thank you.